Did you ever want to become a cult leader? No, Jesus. Did you become one? Well, yeah. This is a story of one cult, death, and gambling. As a young cult leader, you felt very enthusiastic and was taking care of your followers. Your daily responsibilities were simple: cleaning poop, cutting trees, cleaning poop, farming, cleaning poop, giving sermons, cleaning poop, cooking delicious meals. Did I mention cleaning poop? Yeah, you did that too. It was very simple to keep your congregation happy. Daily blessings, occasional gifts, and of course, fulfilling their requests. Even the weirdest ones. What? He wants to eat a bowl of poop? What the heck is wrong with him? Well, whatever, just get your meal. You never understood why the hell Amdasias was so happy about it, but you never questioned his decision. In the end, nobody questioned you. And it's not like you were perfect. Some follower requests were denied, some were getting less attention, and also you were enjoying occasional gambling at nights. I mean, life as cult leader can be boring, don't judge me. It was so freaking easy to hold an image of a saint during the day. I don't know why, but requests from followers were becoming weirder and weirder. Make Yaron eat a bowl of poop? The heck? But you couldn't refuse, you did it. Yaron almost puked, but somehow it seemed okay. Next day, same request from same follower. Again, you couldn't refuse, and you did it. It didn't go so smooth this time. Yaron got sick and you had to let her recover in her bed. You felt really bad about yourself. Are you really a good leader? Or are you a fraud? It doesn't matter. You distracted yourself with more gambling and it didn't bother you again. The cult was growing older, and so were your followers. One day, Valefar approached you and told that he's not a young man anymore. You looked at this wrinkly face of an old man and wondered, how did you miss this? Only his eyes didn't change. He had eyes of a young man. He looked at you with same appreciation and devotion as always. But from now on, he retired, and he couldn't work anymore. It was a typical, usual day. Everyone was doing their work duties, but suddenly Valefar fell on the ground and stopped moving. He died. But wait, sun is still shining and flowers blooming as usual, birds chirping like nothing happened. No one except you cared. They were not even sad about what happened, but your world stopped moving for a moment. You dug a grave and held a funeral for Valefar, but everyone preferred to pretend that nothing happened, so you decided to just play along. But you were not okay. You didn't know any better, so you distracted yourself with gambling. Now what? Barbatos expressed the wish of being sacrificed. Were you ready for new death in cult? Jesus, no! Did you have the gut to decline this request? Nope. You had to show a strong leadership and readiness to do anything to make your followers happy. Everyone met this death with a smile on their faces. They were looking forward to it. They were happy and satisfied. Sacrifice left no grave and no reminder of what happened. But in your memory, this moment was engraved forever. Who were all these people? So happy and friendly during the day, but so bloodthirsty and evil during the sacrifice ritual. Were you doing a good job as a cult leader? You felt like shit. The only way to cope with it was gambling, gambling, gambling. One day you received another request of poop-eating feast. That's when suspicion emerged. Did you grow a cult of poop eaters? Or does Yaron have her own agenda? You made the dish, and the result was exactly what you expected. Yaron enjoyed her meal, got sick, and now she needed time to rest. Was this bitch trying to avoid work? You were furious. Laziness is not accepted in your cult. Lie is a sin. They do not deserve a cult leader like you. Next time you didn't hurry with digging a grave. They had to see what's ahead of them and start questioning what kind of afterlife is waiting. And it gave the results you needed. They were sick, they were puking, and they were terrified. You felt so good about yourself. Hope they learned their lesson. This time, digging a grave was so pleasant. They even asked you for a funeral. You became more powerful, and it felt freaking amazing. You were bragging about it to Ratao during your gambling session, but you didn't know that destiny is rolling dice of your life right now. This night something inside you changed. Regular gambling wasn't exciting anymore. You had to raise the stakes, and the idea was right in front of you. Deadly dish offered you 75% chance of killing the follower, and the recipe was simple: poop, grass, and follower's meat. You prepared the feast and watched your followers eating. And the winner is Trenogram! You bet nobody was expecting that, ha! At this point, burial was just a boring chore. But you had to admit, you got your adrenaline rush, and the air felt crisp and thick. You were enjoying every moment. You didn't feel the need to go to Ratao this night. Dice wasn't enough anymore. After a while you needed your adrenaline kick again, so you prepared another deadly dish. Nobody died and you even got some extra goodies. You needed more. Another dish, another death. Graveyard was becoming bigger, congregation was becoming smaller, but you didn't care. Another dish, another death. And then suddenly realization kicked you. What the fuck did you do? It's not gambling anymore. No, you couldn't face the consequence of your actions. You couldn't dig another grave. You dismembered the body and pretended nothing happened. It was enough. You had to stop. 3 people died of your cooking, and 3 people were left in your cult. You decided to fix everything while you still can. You tried to focus on gardening, but every time you picked a shovel, it reminded you of all graves you had to dig. You decided to build a confession booth to bring your flock some relief. For them, every day could be a last one, and you didn't want them to be scared of it. Bragra died. Bragra died and you didn't take his confession today. Out of all things that could damage you right now, this one was the most soul-destroying. Digging a grave was as heavy as it could get. You cried all the time and you couldn't stop. When did all went wrong? Death of witness Agares was expected, but still hurt a lot. Yatre didn't deserve to suffer in loneliness. You had to make this heavy decision and give him his last meal. A recipe of deadly dish was engraved in your mind. 1 piece of grass, 1 piece of poop, and 1 piece of follower's meat. You did that. You killed your last follower. It was the end of the cult, and it was the end of you. You started meditating and reflecting on life as cult leader. Were you a good leader? How did your flock felt about you? Who were all these people in their life before the cult? Did they have families? Is there anyone to grieve for them? Thinking about it, you didn't notice how destiny rolled the dice of your life one last time. Sleep well, little lamb.